So there we go then. Merab Dvalishvili has just beaten Umar Nurmagomedov via unanimous decision. We got it 48-47 on two scorecards and 49-46 on the other. And personally, I actually agree with the 49-46 scorecard. 4-1 to Merab Dvalishvili. I thought he was very bloody convincing. And yeah, I know, people are gonna, make excuses because Umar broke his hand in that first round. But it was clear, though, either way, Merab was winning that fight. And Umar gassed out, though, either way. Even though he broke his hand, it was clear to see the guy bloody gassed out. And Merab was in second gear anyway throughout the fight, really. He was just showboating throughout. From the third round onwards. I think it was 4-1 to Merab. I thought Umar won the first round, then Merab won throughout. I think the second round was close. You could give it either way, but I thought Merab nicked it towards the end. But yeah, rounds 3, 4, 5, they were all very convincing rounds for Merab Dvalishvili. It was just the pressure, really, of Merab, as we know. It's just the normal, typical game plan of Merab. Consistently failing takedowns. I mean, to be fair, he broke the record. He did, so fair play. He broke the record for the most takedowns in the UFC. Broke GSP's record. Fair play to Merab. But yeah, shoots the odd double leg or single leg, but just can't keep you there. Classic Merab. Holds you up against the cage here and there. But yeah, Merab was actually better on the feet than what Umar was. I mean, yeah, that might have been a bit of because Umar did break his hand. Like, yeah, we'll give you that. But throughout the fight, Umar gassed. It was clear to see after round 2 he was knackered. And Merab was pushing the pace. He was just always in the face of Umar, always kept coming forward. He was much more convincing throughout that fight, Merab was. And yeah, his work on the feet was good. And overall as well, even though there wasn't a low coming back from Umar on the feet in the end, Merab's striking is definitely improved 100%. And I think Merab's striking is improving fight by fight. And I think that's something not enough people are giving Merab credit for. And that is that his striking is improving. It is getting better. And that deserves more credit, in my opinion, with how, Merab's striking is improving. And it wasn't an awful fight, to be fair. It wasn't an awful fight. It was entertaining at the end of the day. More entertaining than I did expect. There were some decent exchanges on the feet at times, and the exchanges on the ground were decent as well. Being able to scramble back to the feet here and there. Merab getting Umar down. But yeah, I mean, neither of them got any control time, though, really, over each other. And that is because both guys are very good on the ground. But I think it was in the first round Umar did get some control time over Merab. Other than that, he didn't, and Merab never got any control time over Umar expectedly. But yeah, it just proved to be the pressure of Merab constantly going for the single leg throughout that fight, and always in Umar's face, coming back with a few shots upstairs here and there. And it was just putting Umar off. And in the end, it was pretty humiliating for Umar Nurmagomedov and Khabib. Khabib having his first loss as a coach, and Umar having his first loss of his career. Umar spoke a lot in the build-up. As much as he says, "Oh, I'm humble," he spoke a lot in the build-up, mate. He did. Merab kind of did humble him there, to be fair. He did. There is a narrative going on saying, "Oh, Merab's one of the best fighters we've ever seen." I don't think so overall. I just know he just with his takedowns he gets. I mean, yes, he puts a good pace on, 100% he does, but he just can't keep you down. That's the thing. He can't control you on the ground whatsoever. He hasn't really got any massive high level jiu-jitsu, has he? It's his cardio that is the big thing about Merab's game. It's his cardio. It's ridiculously better than everyone else's. And that's what's able to put everyone off. And it's his chin as well when he comes forward. Umar never faced him on the feet. Like, even in that first round when Umar was getting his most success, Umar literally never once faced Merab. Merab was always there. Merab was always coming forward and trying to push the pace no matter what, even when Umar was able to land some decent shots here and there. But Umar was able to dip some shots as well. Not Umar, sorry. Merab was able to dip some shots as well. But I thought he's very good with, being able to, control the range, bouncing out of range today, Merab was, and get out the way of some of some shots that Umar was throwing. Yeah, I thought it was a good performance today from Merab. I do. I think it was a good performance. Did what he had to do. Was good on the feet as well. Pushed the nice pace throughout the fight, and just ended up humiliating Umar. And yeah, I never really I'm not a big fan of Merab, but I really wanted him to win. So I'm glad that Merab got the win. I'm glad he won. I think. Yeah, I think he's the best in the division. I do. I think Merab's the best in the division. I don't really see anyone beating him. I don't know who will beat Merab in this division. I mean, yeah, as it's not Umar, I don't know who it will be. I'm pretty sure that possibly some point in 2026 these two will rematch. But I think a fight that I do want to see next is probably Umar versus Sean O'Malley. That's probably the fight that I do want to see. Merab could take some time off because, to be fair, he was rushed back into this one pretty quick after a win over O'Malley in September. Then he was rushed back into this one pretty quick. So he hasn't really had a break between camps, Merab. So I think, I think it's only right that Merab has a bit of time off now, see how the division plays out, because let's be real, he's beaten the majority of the guys in the division now. He's beaten the majority of the top guys. He's beaten O'Malley, he's beaten Umar, he's beaten Piotr Jan. He's beaten Aldo. He's beaten the majority of guys in the division now. He's beaten Cejudo. He's been pretty bloody dominant, to be fair. So I think it's best that Merab sees how everything plays out now. And have a break. Because he's been pretty consistent these last few years as well. And, this grind has been able to get Merab to where he is now as the champ. So see how the rest of the division plays out. And then I think Merab should go from there. I mean, would Merab want a super fight? I mean, would he want to move up to featherweight and fight Ilya? I think Ilya's most likely more interested in fighting Makhachev, if I'm being real. And I think that's what the fans want as well. Could Pantoja move up and try and go up against Merab? I mean, I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. Pantoja trying his luck at bantamweight against Merab. That could be decent. I wouldn't mind seeing that super fight happen. Let's see what's next for Merab. But I reckon, I don't know, actually. I don't know. Piotr Jan could be next in line, actually, to be fair. Yeah, it probably could be Jan, actually. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be back for my Makhachev review. Anyway, thanks for watching.